1st to the 12th this time, and £100. Okay, I'll copy that one down again. So payment, this time 1002. Seventh of the 12th. It's going to be £200. Next one's going to be for bank account number 2. Receipt. All B. 30th of the 11th this time. The amount is for €1,000. I'll copy that down again. This time it's going to be a payment. th of the 12th. It's going to be €500. And the last two are going to be for bank account number 4. Now you notice the bank account number 3 is there. We haven't really looked at that, but that's just a petty cash account. Still keeps it in there with a normal bank account code in Interprise, but that's just petty cash. So the one we created is number 4. The 11th. It's going to be for 1,000. th of December. For 800. There we go. Once I'm happy with that, I'll check to see if they look correct. Click the save button again. And that should post them all to the bank account. If I look in the history, I can see the ones I've done. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is create an e-banking CSV layout for bank account number 1. So if I double click the e-banking option and then choose the bank account that I'm going to do my e-banking layout for, which is bank account number 1. So firstly I have to put my path in, which I'm just going to have my C drive, I think. And I've already got a bank.txt, so I'll save over the top of that one. Ask me if I want to replace it, say yes. And then the sort order, but the sort order comes from these fields here. So basically we're going to have on there amount, currency, sort code, bank account number, bank payment ref, and we can basically sort this the way we want. So if amount needs to be at the top, we can use these arrows here to move it up to the top. Currency is going to be next. Sort code is going to be next. And then that looks correct. So when I'm happy with that, you can see how it's filled out the sort order in here. When I'm happy with that, I can just save and close that. What that file is for is if we're paying suppliers via BACS or whatever, then when we do the payment run for suppliers, we can have it generate a file, and it'll basically put the columns on in that order that we've just predefined in there. Okay, the last thing we're going to do in the banking setup is run a bank reconciliation. So under Tools, we've got Bank Reconciliation. Okay, now again it says bank reconciliation up there, and it's asking me to choose which bank account I want to run the reconciliation for. So I'm going to run the reconciliation for bank account 1. Okay, now I need to set my date on here. I'm going to do this rec as of 31st of the 12th 07, and I need to put the statement balance in. Now basically the statement balance on this one's going to be £2,000, and you can see as soon as I put the statement balance in, I get a difference down the bottom of £2,000, which is the difference between my last reconcile balance and my statement balance. Now as I tick transactions in here, that balance will go down, and only if the difference is 0 will I be able to actually reconcile this bank. So the transaction that we're going to click is the OBR 5 zeros and a 1 transaction here for £2,000. So if I click that, you'll see that now the difference is 0, because obviously 0 plus the 2,000 equals 2,000. So it's happy with them figures. So now if I click reconcile, that will have now reconciled the bank, and if I go into the history tab, we can see the reconciliation that we did and what date we did it at. So if I double click that, I can open it back up, and then I can see what exactly I reconciled. That concludes the banking setup video. The next video will go through accounting setup.